Purdue hammers defending champion Villanova by 26. Hartford, Connecticut. Emphatically, dominantly, Purdue basketball booked another trip to the Sweet 16. The number 3 seed Boilermakers simply obliterated defending national champion and number 6 seed Villanova 87-61 on Saturday night at XL Center. On the biggest stage, box score A. Purdue advanced to its third consecutive Sweet 16 U8 program's first such run since 1998-2000. The Boilermakers, Carson Edwards, scuffling through inefficient production for weeks, erupted with one of the great games of his career, perhaps any Boilermaker career. The junior guard, Edwards joined Glenn Robinson, Joe Barry Carroll and Rick Mount as the only Boilermakers with multiple 30-point NCAA tournament games. Ryan Klein also bounced back from an off-shooting night in the opener against Old Dominion to make 4 of 8 for 12 points. When Villanova over, seniors Klein and Grady Eifert became the winningest senior class in program history with their 108th victory. That includes 6. Purdue locked into control with a 24-2 run that intersected the first and second halves. After AA1, Purdue's opening round victory over 14-seeded Old Dominion, while comfortable, carried a vibe similar to the grind-out victories that characterized much of its Big Ten championship run. Saturday night, the Boilermakers came out with, in context, their best half of basketball this season. Purdue hit 5 of its first 7 from three-point range while jumping out to a 19-10 lead. The barrage came off. Villanova coach Jay Wright had called his team's defensive rebounding non-existent after a tournament opening victory over St. Mary's. Purdue beat the Wild to extend that early lead. Purdue turned up the defensive pressure. Villanova scored 3 easy baskets by Harms, and 3 Villanova turnovers on its final 4 possessions, keyed Purdue's 11-2 closing run to a 43-24 lead. The points per possession testified to the first half's lopsided nature. Villanova 0.857, Purdue 1.536. Back in December, when Purdue sat at 6-5 after failing to break through against a tough early road schedule, a number 3 seed seemed like a lofty expectation. The trajectory of between January 31 and Saturday's tip-off, Purdue had raised its ranking in Ken Pomeroy's adjusted defensive efficiency metric from 70th to 27th. In the 8 games, Purdue continued the trend Saturday. It held the nation's point guard Nigel Eastern, who missed Thursday's first half after turning his ankle in pre-game warm-ups, started and played 27 minutes. He held Phil Booth. The Boilermakers also finally broke through against a Villanova team, winner of 2 of the last 3 national championships that had remained just out of reach over the past 3 seasons. Coming off of the 2016 national championship, the Wildcats won by 3 points at McKee Arena in the second game of the season. Purdue missed chance. This article originally appeared on Lafayette Journal and Courier.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,